Red-Headed Baby is a pretty decent cartoon. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1931. This is directed by Rudolf Ising, and we have a voice cast including Ken Darby, Johnny Murray, and the Rhythmettes. And the Red-Headed Baby is actually a little doll, and it starts off with the toy maker working on the doll, and then he retires for the evening. The doll comes to life. She starts dancing, and then we have these little toy soldiers, and one of the toy soldiers comes along and declares his love for the doll, and everything's going really well. But then there's a spider, a rather large spider, who declares that the red-headed baby is going to be his. And our villain, the spider, tries to kidnap the doll, and of course the toy soldier has to try and fight for her safety. I love, as I've mentioned before, I love cartoons where inanimate objects come to life, particularly toys, because that is so fun. And this is a really great example of that. It doesn't have too much going on. Sometimes with this kind of cartoon, it can be hard to almost identify who the protagonist is. Sometimes there isn't one, and it's just a case of the toy room comes to life. But here we have a very clear romantic pairing and a very clear antagonist. And I think the spider looks great. The animation quality is really brilliant. There's a lot for them to interact with. There's a train set and other things around the room. The music is great, the characters do a lot of dancing, the narrative structure is really good. I have no complaints whatsoever. I really rather enjoyed this. It's a very straightforward narrative. The characters are interesting and the animation is great. So, absolutely one that I'm happy to recommend. I don't know if I'd watch it again because I didn't find it to be very funny. Sometimes a lot of these types of cartoons can have a lot of comedy in them. That's not to say this one's boring, but I feel like it was maybe lacking the humour that some of these other Warner Brothers cartoons have. But nevertheless, I enjoyed watching it once. And if you like this kind of cartoon or this kind of narrative, then I definitely recommend you check out Red Headed Baby.